computer.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hey, I didn't even pull my hair out. It's still, I've been having a technological war for about the last hour and a half. So that's why it's Zoom only. So because I feel like stirring somebody now, we're going to talk about Whisper. And Roseanne loves this 10 mil roller. She's rather glad the 5 mil's gone, haven't you, Hunter Roseanne?
No, I am not. I have begged, borrowed, and steal off of just about everybody for their 5 mil Whisper. I only because the Whisper I use as my actual perfume, and I also like to blend it into other blends for myself, and I find that the Whisper blend touch isn't as effective now as what the 5 mil was. So
Right.
yes, I would like them to bring back the 5 mil. I was told that because of shortages, that's why they're doing the touch.
They've got they can source enough ingredients to do the touch, but not to do the 5 mil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, so that's the reason why it's in the touch.
Why do you love it as a perfume?
It seems to have all the notes that keep it going. So most of the oils that I've been using as my deodorant, because that's what I use as deodorant as well as perfume, it seems to have that nice base note. So through the day, you'll catch yourself smelling different aromas coming from that one blend. And I think that's because of the different flowers that they use and how they have their top note, their base note, and their middle note. So, and that's the only reason why I love it. The other reason is I feel very feminine when I wear it too, because I'm not the most effeminate person that's out there. And I do feel like I'm an actual woman when I wear it.
Awesome. And let me just look up my trusty book on emotions. WH, I'm just learning the alphabet. Yeah, Whisper is the oil of femininity.
We all do that.
So this book here, and if you're interested, I can reach out to me. Hello, Attila. Reach out.
Hi, Attila.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, thank you.
Get it. So Whisper is the oil of femininity, but it's not limited to women only, because I do know a lot of women that will get a marker and cover over the WO and hand it to hubby, because it does help balance our hormones out as well. And why I love it as a perfume is the four of us could wear it as a perfume and we'd all smell different because it interacts with our personal chemicals.
Each one of us would get a different smell or benefit from it than not one person would get the same benefit.
So then I'm trying, here. So Roseanne said she loves blending it with others. It's one of my favorite aromas. I call it Trust the Feminine, and it's probably one of Vanessa Jean's blends, and it's just myrrh and Whisper. So Trust the Feminine, because myrrh is the mother of oils, and so I get the Whisper touch and the myrrh touch, and I just blend them together in a bottle. So I would start off with probably a mil of each and just see if I like that aroma. Might leave it a day or two, put the roller back in, leave it for a day or two and see if I like that mixture. And then I might go, no, I think I need a little bit more Whisper or a little bit more myrrh. And for me, that changes around each time I make it, just depending on which one I need the most. And I think I remember doing a blend of bergamot and whisper. Because bergamot's all about our self-worth, and then whisper will be, it's all about self-acceptance and self-worth. And then with the whisper being feminine. And Roseanne and I were chatting the other day, and I looked up one of my books, and it says to put the bergamot in your belly button if you have self-worth issues. So if you make that blend, put it in your belly button as well as everywhere else for you to smell it, but also your pressure points. Let's move on to hope. Brenda, I know at Leadership you got a couple of bottles of hope. Why did you get them?
I love the smell of hope. It is an amazing smell, but it's also too, whenever you purchase one of these, the whole amount that you spend on it goes towards Healing Hands, which is part of doTERRA. I don't know if everyone knows about it, but Healing Hands is an amazing part of doTERRA, and it goes towards helping a lot of third world countries, goes towards fighting against human trafficking in the world. So yeah, that's what I love about hope. When I buy that, I know the whole proceeds are going towards helping the rest of the world in so many ways.
And talking about helping, I love that, every month I've been with doTERRA 10 years, and every month there's been a product with 10% off. But this month they don't have that. What happens is, as Brenda said, 100% of each of our purchases of hope are going to helping others. And well, I'm just getting a bit emotional. That's pretty special when you can help others. So who can you buy hope for? In one of my messages, I messaged about a friend that had got a cut under a knee, needed 6 stitches, and then hello Jenny, or she may not hear us yet. Within less than a week, she had her leg amputated. So I think as part of her emotional healing and her journey forward, now that they've got her stable and that bacteria is not causing such dramas, she's going to need lots of emotional support from here on. Hello, Jenny. And so I'm going to send her a hope. But the middle of the month, we're going to, the fabulous Tiller that's on is going to donate a prize for people that have done 125 PV order and shipped it before the 15th of the month. And we'll draw out of those that are on the call. We're going to, so that's in 2 weeks' time, I think, we'll draw a prize. So somebody will get that. But I'm also wanting you to help me, because 15th of May is my birthday, and I want to gift a hope to somebody, but via you. So I want you to give me your stories as to why I should gift a bottle of hope to somebody. I can send it send it to them, and then put a note with it that it's because of something, your inspiration is why we're gifting them this bottle of hope. So send me your stories. Okay, let's go over here. So have you girls used any of these?
No.
Which ones?
The Mother's Day one.
Oh yes, I've used them all.
Okay.
So the Becoming, I am absolutely in love with.
Yep. Okay, tell us about it.
So I got that last month in the Mother's Day pack. Like it came,
Yep.
and I just as soon as I put it on, it was like, like you got that a relaxing thing. And then during the day, same as with the whisper, during the day you actually kept smelling it, and just kept lifting you up, if that makes sense.
Actually, it does, because I was tuning in this morning while I was doing some stuff. So some in it has some blue lotus, and it has other florals and citrus, and it's all about developing your confidence and yeah, just because with the blue lotus, because it goes to sleep every day, and then every morning when the sun comes up, it opens up again. And so it's all about stepping into your
awakening.
who you are. And so that's what the blend becoming is, to help you step into your real amazingness. And that's what you're feeling with it. Yeah.
So Roseanne, when you say you put it on, whereabouts do you put that on?
Oh, under my arms. I use all my oils as my deodorant and perfume. So yeah, each day I'll have a different oil, or if I really love an oil and how it's feeling, I'll just keep using it until I need a change.
So you put it on your armpits or around your neck or on your wrists?
Yeah, just under my armpits. So if I need that big warm hug, that's when I do the whisper on my wrist points, and then I can, but all the others is just really under my armpits.
Awesome. And in what we're looking at on the screen is the ebook, the Mother's Day ebook, which you can download. And I always download them as in the PDF format. So if you don't know how to do that, please reach out to me, and hopefully I can work out how to help you do it. But they've got a couple of blend suggestions in there. So with that becoming, then you can add in Brave out of the kids collection. So what you would do is you'd layer it on. So you'd put the becoming on, and then you would put the Brave over the top. Another area I love to put my oils is in the crease of my elbows or on my forearms. And I heard that, especially for hormonal stuff, putting it on your forearms is a good thing. The other one they suggest is also out of the kids collection is the Steady. So if you don't know about the kids collection, jump on the website and have a look at them, because they're great. I just love the aromas, and they're not strong. And I find a lot of guys and kids and women love the kids range. Okay, which others have you used there, Roseanne?
Sorry, my printer's just doing its stuff. So I've used all of them. So the Rosalina, I used that first when I got it. I think that was a couple of years back, because Roseanne, Rosalina.
Right.
So anyway, I was a little bit put off by that one, only because I wasn't the aroma was really strong, but I found that helped to ground me a little bit as well. So I don't know if that resonates. Now the gardenia and the magnolia, I had a meltdown a couple of that was last year before I went away. I find that if I put the gardenia on first and then the magnolia, so that was basically over my heart area. I found that the magnolia was really calming, but the gardenia gave me that, what would you call it? Like you took you back to a different day when everything was fine. The helichrysum, they say that's really good for your face. I don't know because I don't use it on my face. I actually use helichrysum, the touch, for any cuts and, like to heal quicker. So I just roll that over my cuts. And
I know someone uses it. He cut his hand and he says it did sting a fair bit and it stopped the bleeding.
Yeah,
and it does work. So
that's its other name is knit, or it does. It just stops the bleeding really quick.
He did say it stung a fair bit, but he said it worked.
Yeah, it does, and it heals really quickly. When Adrian had his knee op, I used the I used that one.
Helichrysum.
As well as the can't even think of it. The real expensive one. Anyway, I used
Melissa.
Yes, I used both of those. And you can hardly see his scar anymore.
Right. Yep. So, and apparently, as Roseanne mentioned, in amongst all of that, because it's actually a flower oil, when I smell it, I always think it's more a wood oil. But have you ever heard of everlasting daisies or paper daisies? That's the oil that they get from them. That's what helichrysum is. And because those flowers are all and the plants all dried out, but still they're like a beautiful happy daisy, that's why it helps our skin with longevity, by applying it on your skin, because these are all flower oils, and the flower oils work on the upper layers of your skin. The tree oils work down deep in the structural part of your skin, and the flower oils work on the surface. So any of these are lovely on your skin. Actually, going back to the Rosalina, it's actually of the Melaleuca family. So it's great for
Maybe make it a good disinfectant or something.
spot on. Yep.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So very good. So as Roseanne said, she'll layer the gardenia and the magnolia, and magnolia is way more calming than lavender. And I actually love the smell. Magnolias are an ancient flower, an ancient tree with a great big, super elegant flower. And I have read that they're so old that they were around before bees. So they actually self-pollinate. So somehow or other with that. Pretty amazing stuff. So what are some of the ones they've got here for layering? They say
becoming.
Sorry? Are you helping us out, Jenny? That's awesome.
Yay!
Actually, a lot of these will go well. Jenny's just been through big surgery. Yep. So these will help. Helichrysum will help. Actually, helichrysum's also known as the oil of pain. So she's brilliant for helping us gently release trauma, and all sorts of things that can cause issues. So make helichrysum your friend. Helichrysum with the the blue lotus. My favorite flower is a water lily or a lotus. And years ago, I got this tiny little bottles of it in a kit. And when I first got it, I went, oh, it's very faint. But I must have changed a fair bit over time, because now its perfume is now enough for me. It's not overpowering, but it's just gentle and feminine and elegant. Though I was listening to something this morning, and where this lady's like me, she finds it soft and feminine and floral, whereas somebody else smelt it, and because the lotuses or the water lilies, their roots are down in the mud, and then the flower comes up, and then each day it goes to sleep, and it's actually sort of the stem's like a spiral, so it then sort of comes back down, goes to sleep, and then winds back up to open up during the day. And so it's all about us stepping into our amazingness. So it doesn't matter what mud we've been through in life, we can then step up, reach up to the sun and show the world our total amazingness, just the total amazingness of who we really are, that we often forget about when we've been through muddy, challenging times. So when you put layer that blue lotus on, so you could you can put some helichrysum on, and it's a bit like a base note. And then your blue lotus is more the middle note, and then you can put some rose over the top. I told a fib before. I said there was no 10% off this month. There's actually 10% off rose. And rose is very feminine and elegant. But it's also, like I was saying about that poor lady that got the cut on the knee, that got extremely infected, and then she's had that amputated. So if I'd had a cut before I went to the hospital to get it sewn up, I would have treated it, wrong word, I would have used some on around the wound, tea tree and oregano, because they both will annihilate bacteria. But one of the most powerful things for any of those sorts of things is rose. And yet rose is really gentle. You could probably put that along the edge of the wound. And I've heard various stories of how people have had pretty disastrous things, and rose has been what's fixed them up. Who haven't we talked about? Oh, so that was helichrysum, blue lotus, and rose, layering it. Then back to the gardenia and magnolia and rose. They're very calming, and they help the brain that combination also helps the brain to regulate its emotions and help you to calm. And at nighttime, if you were to put them on your underside of your feet or up your spine, and do that about half an hour before bed, that helps you to sleep. So that's gardenia and magnolia and the rose touch. What else? Do you know, with that blue lotus, Emily Wright, one of the founders of doTERRA, so there's 6 guys and one awesome woman, and she, long before they decided to start doTERRA, she had come across blue lotus and really wanted to add that to the doTERRA range, but they could never find sufficient supply, because it takes a ton of blossoms. And actually most of these, and I didn't get enough time before to work out, some of these are essential oils and some of them are, yep, come on, brain, absolutes, where it's actually the chemicals have come more into, I'm going to say, a water solution, but that's not quite correct. So I will do my homework and get super clear on explaining that to you. But it takes a whole lot of flowers to obtain any of the ingredients to make it with the blue lotus. So these are all, except for the Rosalina, all have fractionated coconut oil in them. And that's also brilliant for your skin. So they're ready to apply. You don't have to fiddle with them. Roseanne, have you used the chrysanthemum?
I haven't actually used it. I've smelt it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't actually used it as such yet.
And so chrysanthemum, you would have heard of chrysanthemums for Mother's Day, a flower for Mother's Day. Let me just scroll down here and see if I can find some info. One of the things I've used it for over the years, I used to go to a Chinese herbalist, and I used to, because I'm hot stuff, I used to get fairly hot and bothered during the summer months. And I'm pretty sure it was the chrysanthemum flowers that this Chinese herbalist would get me to buy and make a tea out of them. So very calming. Reunite mum with the ancient elegance and modern day wellness benefits of chrysanthemum flower. Yeah, lots of ancient Chinese wisdom. Topical and layering floral blends. It calms and soothes the skin. So Brenda, with that burn on your arm, chrysanthemum would be good for that, but it's also a relaxing aroma and helps to relieve the tension. And these are all limited time only, or most of them are limited time only, guys. So
I think I saw somewhere we got till the 10th, as long as they're still in stock.
Because Mother's Day is on the 12th.
Yep.
Okay, so anybody got any other tips or hints? Jenny, have you used any of these? Hello, she's got herself muted. No, now she's right. Have you used any of these, darling?
Not much, no.
Right.
Say I've been using more blends lately, but obviously there's some of that in.
Yeah.
Not sure. In adaptive. Adaptive's been my go-to.
Yeah, and I'm having a mental block of what's in them, and it's out there. So grab yourself this ebook, because like with this calichrysum, see there's the beautiful flower, and they're obviously green, but it even stays a bit green. I know there's some calichrysum flowers in the Botanic Gardens in Mackay, and I was walking a lady through there one day, and she said, "Oh, they've got helichrysum," and I went, "Pardon?" And so she educated me on what the plant looks like. But it blends well with bergamot or cypress or frankincense or lavender or myrrh. So when you're looking at, is it down here, or no, it was more up the top. Sorry for scooting along here. But Roseanne mentioned before about, no, it is down the other end. Just trying to make you all a bit seasick. Sorry about this. Here.
Yeah.
So let me look at my notes. So this is all about making your own aromas. So these florals that we're talking about today, they all fit into the heart note. It's usually called the middle note, and it lasts, Roseanne said about the whisper, how it smells differently as the day goes on. And that'll be because of the blend. So if we look at the bottom one, the crown note, those bright, distinct, and usually citrusy oils are going to last for 5 to 15 minutes because citrus oils flash off. And that's why we usually add them with the FCO, the fractionated coconut oil, because that helps to stop them from flashing off. So if I'm going to use a citrus oil, I'll put the fractionated coconut oil in my hand, then add the citrus oil and then apply it. And I only use them at nighttime in case I happen to be photosensitive to sunlight, and citrus oils can create us to be photosensitive. So I use mine at nighttime or under here, where not on my arms, but under my clothing. So then the heart notes, these florals, they're grounding, they're gentle, and they're usually floral. They last for another 20 minutes to 60 minutes. And then what you're left with for the next 6 hours or the next 5 hours are the strong, long-lasting and earthy ones. So I always think of them as, they call the root notes. So any of the root oils, so vetiver is the root oil from the vetiver plant, but also any of the tree oils, so sandalwood and cedarwood. So if we go back through this again, so in your crown note, some of the ones that I love to use when I'm making my own blends is wild orange, bergamot, grapefruit. And then in the heart note, or the heart and soul of most plants, is the flowers. So that I use florals in there. And then in the root note, or the base note, is where I would use tree oils, sandalwood, cedarwood, vetiver, frankincense. What are some other tree oils, folks?
Myrrh.
Oh, yeah. I talked about her earlier on and forgot about her. Yep. Okay. So is there any more we want to cover on what we've got, what the promos are for the month?
I think we've covered a fair bit of it.
Yep. Awesome. So let's have a chat about LRP, because that's going to be our focus over the next while. Why do you shop regularly, Brenda? Why do you shop with doTERRA every month? How has that benefited you?
I find doing it on a regular basis. doTERRA actually has one of the most amazing reward systems out there for doing that. And if I spend every month over 100 PV, I get free delivery on all my oils or any of the stuff that I get posted out to me. So I get free delivery. Also, too, if I spend over 125 PV, you get the free product of the month. And this month is the lovely oil whisper, which we have been talking about today. But also, too, there is a point value, and I can earn a little bit of cash back as well. So that's why I do it, because at the end of last year, I literally put in an order for about, I can't remember the exact figures, of about $600, and I literally only had to pay about $100 because I had so much built up over the year. And it was great. I got over the whole year a couple of $1,000 worth of free oils. So that's why I do it. So because it's unbelievable, and I don't know anywhere else that does it this well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm.
So, Roseanne, how's your memory? I know we worked out if you're on the 30, and the great thing is at the moment, folks, when I started, Roseanne started, Brenda started, we shopped for 13 months. The first 3 months we got 10% back on our orders, the PV of our orders, and then it was 15 and 20 and 25. And it wasn't till the 13th month that we got 30%. But for anybody that does 100 PV order this month, they automatically go up to the 30%. So, Roseanne, how many points do you get back on 125 PV? Can you remember?
Yeah, no. Gosh, hang on, let me go.
So, do you all know that the Whisper is $40 wholesale?
Yeah, so it's so how many did you say? Every
30% of 125 PV. What's that?
Yeah, so that was 40. Was it 40? Yeah, 40, 41 or 42.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get 42 PV for every 125.
Yep, awesome. So over the next couple of weeks, because so many times when we get on here, we talk about oils, and I know a lot of you have got oils up on every shelf around the house. Good save, Leigh. And you're sort of going, oh, what the flip? And how on earth am I going to do 100 PV each month? So we decided, we looked at what we do, and we ditched and switched, and all of our bathroom products are doTERRA products, our cleaning range are doTERRA products, and our health and wellness are doTERRA products. So we're going to talk about them over the next while. So the first week of the month, we'll talk about whatever doTERRA's promos are. But after, you girls right there?
We just keep chatting things up.
You're not even sitting in the same room at the same pub, and you're just being wallies.
No.
We just keep grabbing things, and it's always
we're just showing you, like, ta-da!
Yeah, and so we do a lot of our blah, 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 blah. Most of our shopping is food, and the rest of our shopping we do via doTERRA. And so this month, I know I need some of my cleaning range, and I need some things in the bathroom. And it'll be quite easy. Plus, I'm getting myself a Blue Lotus. That's my birthday present to me. And so I'll get a Whisper for free, and that's $40 worth that I'm getting for free. And then because I'm on 30 PV level, I'll get 40 points back to swap for free products somewhere along the line.
Yeah, you've got to wait a month before you can use your points, though.
Yeah.
So that's about $80 that we're getting for nothing.
Yes.
$80 to $90.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
that's just with Whisper. Sometimes they've got more expensive oils.
Yeah. And like I've looked at the loyalty programs at some of the hardware stores, and they're nowhere near as generous as this one. So, yeah.
Well, they're not as healthy either, Leigh.
True.
Yeah, you would have known how much I've calmed down since I first started with my doTERRA journey.
No, I don't remember.
Really?
Yes. She was a very cranky woman.
I'm not cranky.
Hey?
I don't get cranky.
No.
I used to.
Oh, you.
I still do. I'm glad it was on mute when Brenda got on because I was swearing. Okay, so next week is a couple of things. You'll have to guess. Brenda and I are going to be in the same place, so you have to guess where we are.
I'm going to be up at Early Beach.
Oh, the hell they're going to guess when you've just told them.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so you won't have that for homework, but what you do have for homework is who would you like to donate a bottle of Hope Touch to?
Yeah.
It could be a friend that's had a pretty crappy time, or somebody, or going the other way. We have a lot of amazing volunteers in our community, and maybe there's somebody you would just like to say thank you to.
Yeah.
So message me in that Facebook Messenger, and we'll put them all together and we'll draw one out on the 17th of the month. So next week we're going to talk about clean and green, but also what we use in the bathroom and why we use the doTERRA range in the bathroom. Okay. What's the time? Yeah, 1:45. So thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you all next week at 11. Thanks, Jenny, for jumping on.
Thanks, Leigh.
My
Bye,
pleasure.
guys.
Let's chat.
Good to meet you, Jenny. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya, bye.
See you next week.
Okay, now I've got to find the off switch.